Okay, so let's proceed to the next part of chapter 2. So chapter 2, part 2 is on the banner ad design process. So in this presentation, these are the contents, popular ad sizes and positions. So we will be discussing here the different banner ad sizes and the most effective positions of this banner ad on a web page para mas mapansin siya ng ating mga target users. Next, advertising networks. Where do we advertise our banner ads? Next, how to start banner advertising. So what are the things to be considered or what are the principles that should be considered para mas malaki yung chance na maging successful yung mga banner ads na i-advertise that will contain our advertisement. And fourth will be the design tips. So I have listed here 15 design tips for our web banner ad to get more click. So bago mag-design, let's consider these design tips para mas malaki yung chance na mapansin yung ating mga banner ads. So let's start with the popular ad sizes and positions. So ito yung mga standard banner ad sizes natin and we will discuss this in detail sa mga susunod na slides. So unahin natin sa 300 by 250 pixels. So take note guys, I'm referring here sa measurement na ang measurement na tinutukoy ko dito ay in terms of pixels, hindi siya in terms of inch or in terms ng centimeter, pixels. So, hindi siya masyadong malaki. Kasi pag inches, medyo matakaw na yan sa space. And the higher or the larger the file size, mas mahihirapan kang maghanap ng advertising network na mag-advertise ng banner mo. Okay, so 300 by 250 pixels or the medium triangle is usually featured within or at the end of the article. So if this is your article, okay, this is the 300 by 250. So usually kasali siya sa article, so within the article or kung minsan nandito siya sa baba ng article. And for your information, according to studies, this is the most effective banner ad size. Next, 336 by 280 pixels or commonly the large rectangle. So mas malaki nga naman siya dun sa nauna na 300 by 250. And the same as the 300 by 250, they are embedded within or at the end of the articles also. Okay. Next, the letterboard or the 728 by 90 pixels. Ito siya. Usually nakalagay dyan at the top of an article or the website. Or pwede din namang ini-insert siya within the article. So ito yung example niya. Next, the half page. Since ang half page ay medyo malaki, medyo mahaba siya, hindi siya ini-insert within the article. Usually, nandito siya sa side. So either right or left side of a website or an article. So this is an example of a half page banner ad size. Next is 460 by 60 banner. So ito yung nilalagay. Since maliit siya, pwede siyang insert within an article. Or pwede din naman siyang ilagay sa left or sa right. And next, the skyscraper or the 120 by 600 banner ad size. Usually, these are placed at the sidebar kasi medyo mahaba siya and matakaw siya sa space kung ilalagay siya within the article. So, this is an example. And this is an actual example. Wide skyscraper, mas malaki lang konti sa skyscraper. Medyo mas malapad. And these are usually also, these are featured or embedded in the side or at the side. We have the 970 by 90 wide skyscraper, which is usually placed at the top of website pages or web pages. By the way, guys, when I say web page, I'm referring to a single page of a website. Kasi aware naman siguro tayo na ang website, there are different web pages. So web page is a single page of a website. Website pages here or website page here is actually a web page. So wide skyscraper is usually placed at the top of a web page kasi mahaba siya. Hindi siya pwede sa side. Next, we have the 200 by 200 or the small square. usually featured in the right-hand sidebar. Ito. Okay, maliit lang siya, advertisement. The smaller the advertisement is, the lower is the cost also. Nababayaran mo sa advertising network. We have the 200 by 250, 250 by 250 or the square. Pareho lang ni 200 by 200. They are usually featured or placed at the right-hand sidebar. Okay, so those are the standard banner ad sizes. Actually, marami siya, pero ito yung standard. When I say standard, these are the commonly used banner ad sizes by designers. Ginagamit nila. Kasi according to studies, these are the most effective. Okay? Next, let's proceed to the position. So, saan ba sa isang website or sa isang web page, for example, saang part kaya ng screen mo ilalagay ang banner ad mo kasi ito yung mas pinapansin ng mga target users. Okay? So, according to studies, so proven na ito. So, hindi ko na siya pinalitan kasi ayoko maglagay ng sarili kong version kasi hindi ko pa napuprove yung version ko na yon. So, according to studies, they have proven that the most successful ad positions are, tignan natin, pinakamataas within the content. So, if this is your web page, within the content means, andito for example yung title ng web page mo, andito yung introduction, tapos biglang nandito yung banner ad. Okay? Parang meron akong example na ganyan. So, let me proceed doon sa saan ko ba nakita yun kanina? Ayan. So, this is, for example, the website of Banner Snack. Okay? Ayan siya. This is the title. This is the graphic of the website. And nung ini-scroll ko siya, biglang may nagpakita na, charan, this is an example of a banner ad. So, and this is placed within the article. Ito daw yung pinaka-effective na position ng banner ad. Kasi nga naman, imagine mo, kahit ikaw naman, concentrated ka or focus ka na nagbabasa ng article, tas biglang sumingit siya. Hindi ka ba naman mapapatingin diyan? Okay? Kaya sinabi na that is the most effective placement of an ad or banner ad. Next is within the heading. The heading is at the top. Okay? So, nandun siya sa taas. Kasi naman, usually, pag nagbabasa tayo, parang meron din akong example ng ganyan within the heading. Kung hindi ko dinilit. Ayan. This is an example of a banner ad. So, sign up, it's free. So, banner ad din siya yan. So, nakalagay siya sa taas. So, pag open ko pa lang ng visme.com, nakikita ko na to. Yun yung una kong nakikita. Kaya naman sinabi siguro sa study na isang effective way also, isang pinaka-effective na position is at the heading. Okay? So, yan yung next. Next na pinakamataas is within the right and within the left. So, yung mga nakalagay sa left and right. So, in this example, I have here a banner ad placed at the right. Yan. This is a banner ad. Register today, enroll today at the right. And wala akong nakitang, I have also examples here na nasa left. Okay, these are examples of banner ads. And when you click these banner ads, when you click this, pupunta ka sa landing page or website ng kung sino man ang nag-post na yan. Ayan. O, so, nandiyan ka na siya. O, yan na yan. Okay? So, yun ang gamit ng banner ad. And yun yung mga susunod na most effective position, left and right. Next is rotating ads, 4.74%. Pag sinabi kong 44.66% response, ito yung response from the target users. So, pag within the content, 44.66% chance of response from the target users. Ibig sabihin ng response, click nila yon. Possible na i-click nila. Okay? When we say rotating ads or ad rotation, this is the practice of showing multiple advertisement in a single location on a web page. So, for example, meron kang web page, nakalagay sa right hand yung banner ad mo. Rotating ads means, okay, single location, nakalagay lang dito sa right. So, for example, Ayan, ito yung banner ad mo. Yung banner ad mo, nandito lang siya all throughout. Hindi siya lumilipat-lipat. So, hindi siya pupunta doon. Unlike other banner ad na pwedeng ilipat sa ibang side or ilipat sa ibang side. Okay? Nandito lang yung banner ad mo all throughout. Pero, iba-ibang advertisement. Ibig kong sabihin na, for example, ang ina-advertise mo is shoes. Okay? Yung first banner ad mo, first banner ad design mo ng shoes, nandyan siya. Nandito siya. After 1 hour, for example, another design of a web banner, pero ikaw pa rin. Product mo pa rin yun. Another, for example, heels yung nauna. After 1 hour, may lalabas ulit dito, mapapalitan yung heels ng rubber shoes. So, magkakaibang advertisement ang lumalabas, pero the same company. So, nagro-rotate lang siya, kumbaga, kaya tinawag siyang rotating ads. So, pag mga ganon, 4.74% chance na magre-respond ang mga target users natin. And lastly, the ads below the fold. Pag sinabi nating ads below the fold, this refers to the section of a web page that is only visible after mo mag-scroll. So, pag hindi mo pa ini-scroll yung mouse mo, hindi mo pa makikita yung mga banner ads na yon. So, parang ito. Kasi ang unang makikita natin pag nag-open tayo ng website, syempre yung title nung website or nung article. Yung banner ad mo nandito siya sa baba. And you cannot view that banner ad unless nag-scroll down ka. So, yun yung sinasabi na ads below the fold. So, these are the most successful ad positions daw. Okay, so if you will advertise your product through banner ad in the future at pinapili ka ni advertising network kung saan mo gustong ilagay na position yung banner ad mo, choose wisely kung saan. Pero may equivalent cost. Okay? Kung saan siya pupwesto, may equivalent cost. Siguro kung within the content, mas mahal. Hindi ko pa natatry, pero parang ganun yung logic nun. Generally speaking, ads close to the content, ayan na yung sinasabi ko, above the fold. Close to the content means within the content or above the fold, and near other captivating content will provide optimal performance. Ibig sabihin, mas mapapansin siya ng user, mas malaki or mas mataas ang click-through rate niya. Mas madaming mag-click. Okay? So that is on position. Okay? Ayan. So makikita niyo din dyan kung ano yung percentage pag size naman ang pinag-uusapan. Next, how will you advertise your banner? Okay? After creating the banner, you need some web space to use it on. So, ito yung mga possible options mo. If you want to advertise your banner, you can buy ad space on a website. Okay? Kung sino man yung may-ari ng website, sa kanya ka magbabayad, syempre. Or you may contact a blogger or a website owner and negotiate with them. But this can be stressful and time-consuming. Baka mas mahal pa nga ang singil nila compared to advertising network. So, syempre, kung website owner, kung sino yung may-ari. Or blogger, kung kanino yung blog na yon. Next, you can choose also an advertising network to help them distribute their ads. Okay, so ito yung tatlong options mo. Kunwari gumawa ka ng banner ad design and you want to advertise that, ito yung tatlong option mo. Pwede kang bumili ng space sa isang website by talking to the website owner, syempre. Or you can contact a blogger or a website owner and negotiate with them. Or better yet, advertising network like Google Ads, etc. Okay? However, each of the advertising network has certain standards. So you should make sure that your banners comply with the regulations before you start creating the ads. This way, hindi mo na uulitin. Ang isang standard nila, like for example, Google AdWords, dapat yung file size ng banner ad mo should be 150 kilobytes below. Higher than that, hindi na nila tinatanggap. So yun yung isa na standard na sinasabi niya. Next. Okay, so these are examples of advertising network. Hindi ko sinasabi na ito lang, madami pa, pero ito yung common advertising networks. Pinakasikat sa lahat, syempre, is the Google Ads. So go to Google and then type Google Ads, lalabas doon, and then you apply, and then you pay, etc., etc. Display ads on websites within the Google Content Network. So ano ba yung mga Google Content Network natin? Lahat ng part ng Google Suite. Okay, marami yan. Marami ding marami ding different sites ang Google. So, madi-display doon yung banner ad mo. Pero hindi ko sinasabi sa lahat ng mga yung madi-display. Mamimili pa rin kung saang part or saang site i-display yung banner ad mo. Okay? Next, we have the Yahoo advertising like Google Ad. May Yahoo din tayo, so may Yahoo advertising din. Commission junction. I will not discuss this in detail kasi this will be your options. Pinapakita ko lang yung options ninyo in case you will be advertising your brand in the future. So you need to study or you need to do extra reading on how to advertise your product through advertising networks. Kasi hindi ito part actually ng digital design natin. So we are more focused on the design per se. Okay, you have the Adify, Value Click, okay, Buy Sell Ads. So itong mga advertising networks na ito, pwede silang mamili. For example, gumamit ka for example ng Project Wonderful. Okay? So, siya ang maghahanap or pag-provide ng mga possible sites kung saan mo pwedeng i-advertise yung product mo. For example, ginamit mo ang Project Wonderful, tapos within that, habang nag apply ka, pwede mong piliin na itong ad ko gusto kong i-display sa Facebook or sa Instagram. Parang ganon. Hindi ko sinasabi na sa Project Wonderful site lang siya madi-display. Pwede kang mamili. For example, nag-apply ka sa Project Wonderful para i-advertise yung banner ad mo or yung brand mo using a banner ad. Okay? Si Project Wonderful, bibigyan ka niya ng option. Saan mo siya gustong i-advertise? So, pwede kang mamili. Kung sa Facebook ba, sa Instagram ba, or kung saang website. Okay? Next, how to start banner advertising. Okay? So, I think I need to do another video tutorial for this kasi medyo mahaba na yung ating video at medyo mabigat na siya pag na-download or na-upload and for you to download. So I will be making another video tutorial for this part up to the last part. Okay, bye for now. If you have questions, nandun sa previous PowerPoint presentation yung ating mga contact details. Okay.